grinning like a necrophiliac in a morgue. Hello and welcome to this casted game played between USSR playing as TKS. And they're up against YukiPaw, who I think is ranked about 9th right now. Gaas, not sure what their rank is. And Gaas is playing TKS with the big Gaas squad. And this video is probably going to be demonetized for foul language, but I think it's a pretty funny name. We're on Black Forest Duel, a map which does benefit TKS due to its mobility. TKS, of course, gets the AMX-10RC, which you can send to like sideways positions around the back and stuff, or you can just YOLO it down mid and see how that goes for you. And they also get air mobiles and stuff, which really helps with taking zones. 27th, widely regarded as one of the best divisions this patch. You spam T80 BVs, but on bigger maps you can be overwhelmed because your infantry is nothing special at all. And it all comes in either gazes or... Oh no, there is a Motostrokey Metis in this division. I made a 27 wide deck build. No, that was 79 wide. Never mind. I'll edit that part out. So let's cast the deployments. We got Gaas on the left here, opening with loads of units. So we've got 5 green berets. One's staying in the transport, going here, then going all the way back here, then going to here and unloading. That's fair enough, but this is a better spot because you can shoot them in the back and in the side, and you'll never shoot them in the front. Whereas here, you know, you'd have to subsequently move it anyway. But yeah, this is a better spot, particularly if you've got an autocannon. You can shoot everybody in the back. Really good spot, guys. You should definitely do that. Then 3 VLRA 20 Mike. It's just a AA piece on a car, and it's really, really, really bad. Mainly because of the aim time, and the range means that it can very, very rarely actually shoot a plane because the plane just flies in and out of its range before it can aim. And if it does shoot it, it's got 15% accuracy, so they're really not very good. Mainly used as an infantry fire support tool, which I guess is the idea here. So 3 VLRA 20mm, 4 big Gaas squads going to here, here, here. And out of all the green berets, I only spoke about that one. The other 4, one's going here, one's going here, one's going here, one's going here. So that's cool. Forward deployed, taking advantage of that airborne forward deployment. Behind that, no, I already spoke about that. I'm losing it. Kanj PZ, basically useless. 55 points, 11 fire rate is good, but 55 points is not good, but it has 6 armor now, so who knows? Let's see how it does this game. I just saw the stat card and thought useless, but if you can make it work, if you can get it to here, you know, you can shoot everything coming down the roads. You've got enough armor to fight back against most things, and 1 air mobiles who are going to the town, which you'd get to first anyway. So I'm surprised, you know, you might as well just put a big girl squad there. And, you know, maybe an infir, but that's fair enough. AMX-10RC YOLOing down mid. If you get it to here, it can't shoot down the road, so you want it there. But maybe the arrow is wrong, but I'm pretty sure you want it there and not here, because here it can't do anything. So that's a bit of a miss micro. On the right, we got a VLRA 20mm, and that's going to here. Behind that, we've got another AMX-10 race car. That's going to here. And YukiPaw going to here. So using the AMX-10s as front line is tough, but as TKS, they're your best tank. In terms of the gun, they're your best tank. So yeah, the open area, really not great for TKS, and quite rightly, Gaas has decided to go hard on Charlie with the big Gaas squads and just send the race cars to Foxtrot. I think by this time next year, I will call not a single unit its actual name. Switching to YukiPaw's deployment, he's got 2 Spetsrazviedka, which also get the airborne forward deployment, and crucially, they come in BTR-80s. So that gives some real good fire support at the start. And so he's got 1 going to here, and 1 going to here. So we'll see if the race cars can pick them off. But they start further forwards than the race cars, because the race cars just have airborne forward deployment. Behind that, we've got a BRDM2, that's going to there. Razviedka BMP2 is going to here. The Razvedka BMP2 is really, really strong. I didn't used to bring it, and then I paid the price. Really strong. And then loads more guys for the middle. So a supply going to there. Motostraki Metis going to here. T80BV. It's one vet, but because of the CV, it looks like two vet going to here. This thing will absolutely demolish TKS. That's the main thing. That it's all about the T80BVs and using the T80BVs to kill everybody. Strela going to here. Tunguska going to here. BTR-80K. Command going to Delta. Bravo. On the right, just two anti-tank teams deployed defensively, completely ignoring Charlie. To be honest, the smart play. Ignore Charlie, take Foxtrot. And the smart play from USSR, ignoring Foxtrot and taking Charlie. So I'll cast the game and we'll do it from Gayas's perspective because his name's better. And I'll see you in game. Right, so we're off, and that means it's time to thank the generous channel joiners who get their names up on the screen, get access to exclusive members-only videos, of which there's now about 12, get the videos up to a week early, and at the higher levels they can send games to be cast. Gayas sent me this game to cast, and presumably they want to remain anonymous, and hence why they call themselves Gayas. So if they don't want to remain anonymous, let me know, and I can like pin your comment or whatever. I forgot to mention the helicopter. The rockets on it won't really do a whole lot, and the Iglas will mess up this Milan too if it gets in range. But I don't know if it will. You see the air-to-air missile is the middle circle there, and he's not spotted him yet. Whoops. And the LOS tool is an approximation, hence why sometimes it says you can't see things when you can. Oh, he sees him, but is he... No, he's not reacting. He just needs to send it forwards. He could have got that. Stopped it from landing. Ah, well. So this was a bit of a wasted purchase, really. And yeah, just really defensive play from YukiPaw. Buys a Tor as well. Really scared about the air blowing up his tanks. Going to play a really slow game. Mirage 2000 coming for the helicopter. It will probably fly over all this AA, but the helicopter, it's showing its rear armor. I don't actually know if that makes a whole lot of difference, but the Mirage misses both its missiles, which is quite surprising. Pretty unlucky for Gayas there. And so this... Oh, evacs! Should have just kept going. Although then, yeah, then he might die to this, and then we could buy ASF, etc. So... only one CV for Gayas. Really needs to repath this to Alpha, and then repath it to Charlie. And you could shift Q orders at the start to do that, so you don't have to think about it, because you just leave in these zones. Spetsrazvedka moving up, and they get ground surveillance radar crucially, so they can see pretty far, as you can see. They can see pretty far. There's no blue. So they can't see whoever's in this building. They can't see whoever's in this building, but they can see everything else. AMX-10RC opens up. Presumably it's been revealed. Yeah, there's no way it's not spotted. So the T-80BV should just come in and just kill this cringe lord. Original paper maches should lose to air mobiles, particularly Vet 2 air mobiles. These guys don't get shock. The Iltis has been repathed, and it will now take Alpha and Charlie. Green Berets will actually probably not get here because these guys will blow them up. So they got to unload earlier, but they won't. You'll get across here, and you'll get to here, and this thing will blow it up. Air Mobile should win that fight. Artillery purchase for Yuki. I mean, it's an early artillery purchase, but it can work. He's playing a nice slow game, but yeah, now you got to smoke him back, or you're gonna die. You don't have that long to react. You're dead. You're alive. You're alive. That's what I meant to say. Just really good smoke play there. And this guy hasn't unloaded. He's just sat there. But yeah, in this building you can't... Oh no, now he's being shot by the... okay, there we go. Gets out. But then this... It is on auto cell, so it should... Now, I know it sounded like I was going to say it should get out there. I didn't, you know, that's just you mishearing. Oh, this guy's so dead right now. Such a dead unit right now. Yeah, he's yeah, I mean, depends. He might miss. Might not even see him. He's so dead, dude. LGBT coming out, but there's so much AA here, and crucially TKS, which loves its air spam, does not get seed, and the air spam got nerfed quite a bit as well, so it's very tough. What? This is definitely one of the iltest plays of all time. Not sure why he's doing that. I guess a bit of a misplay. Meant to press this, accidentally press one of those, so it's just going to follow that unit now and not cap the zone. LGBT goes for the AA piece and gets it. Crucially gets it. And the Tor's a piece of junk, so that obviously doesn't do anything. And the Tunguska's really expensive. So that's a great kill, and it gets out, so good play. I'm still flabbergasted by this. I wonder when they'll notice. I wonder when they'll notice. But yeah, crucially no seed, so that's the only way you can kill the AA, by spotting it and then dropping dumbfire bombs on it. MiG-29 is better than the Mirage 2000 now, because it's got more missiles. It's got the same speed, and the Mirage guns have been nerfed. Like, they actually look worse than the other ones. But if you turn your back like that and just soak free shots, so that it did miss. Also, if you buy artillery, you want to use it 24/7, otherwise you're wasting your time. This guy is probably not going to make it. I meant, you know, unless he smokes, in which case, you know. Yes, it has been noticed. Gay-ass has captured Charlie, and there's lots of big gay-ass squads over here. Gay-ass berets. What else has G in it? Yeah. Recon helicopter doesn't last very long against all that AA. Which you'd expect, really, from when the LGBT got lit up like a Christmas tree, so that didn't really have to happen. But yeah, if you spend this money, you gotta... Oh, that was a... You should have evac'd it this way, man. You're gonna eat some... Yeah, it's not pleasant. Not pleasant. But yeah, this AMX-10 is in a really good spot, because it can't be hit by the T-80 until that gets close, but Yuki's reluctant to send that out. I don't know why. I guess he thinks there's ATGMs here, but this obviously can't shoot that. This is more for down there. So, Sonderwagen 4 blob? Not sure about the utility of that. The advantage of these is that they have very good optics when they're stood still, because it's good, plus security. And it's got a seat in it. So you just get like one to here, perhaps, although that would get spotted the next time somebody came down that road, so maybe not so intelligent. And there you go, Gay-ass is +1 stops. Will actually be a -1 in about 20 seconds. Very, very difficult for TKS to deal with this. Very difficult. Like, how do you do it? How do you do it? Do you get Humvee toes on TKS? That's Berlin com, isn't it? So... all you've got is your ATGMs and your race cars. Your race cars cannot stand up against the mighty T-80BV. This guy trying to get into that building, perhaps? Guess not, because that building can't actually see anything. So, like a Gazelle Hot 2 here could be useful, because it forces them to bring the AA up. LGBT will go for the T-80BV. Should get out, unless it evacs the wrong way. And there you go, 3 kills. Tor's useless, just shoots off into the sky again because it's useless. And yeah, it was a good kill, but the zone is still gone. He's coming in for another pass. Was that one of ours? Uh-oh. And you see the Tor is just, it really beggars belief. I mean, apparently in real life it can shoot while moving, so I'm not sure why it's only static on this. Oh, that's going to be a good kill. Perhaps an overkill, but a kill's a kill on a T-80BV. Very, very difficult to get rid of those as TKS. Mirage meets the molding MiG, misses, even though the molder is cheaper and so on. It's just air combat RNG. Lots of air combat RNG. Might lose this unless he buys another one. Gay-ass needs to buy another Mirage here. Taking every possible opportunity to say the word gay-ass. But yeah, the molder is out of everything. This Iltis, probably not a good idea to keep sending it down that road. But hey, there's good recon. because the AMX race car, and there's this on this side. So once this sees this, that should also see it. Because you see it's blue, that means the optic power isn't good enough. But it means that you do have line of sight, it's just the optics aren't good enough to spot it. So, good work on moving the Milan 2. Unimog's going down here to Razvedka BMP2. And I guess this can be sent in here now. But without knowing, you know, there might be somebody in there. Can be difficult. Need some AA and rolling 3s have... Oh, this should be one dead molding MiG. Second shot. Second shot should get it. Yeah, down it goes. Rolling 3's just a lot better than rolling 2's. These guys still here. But yeah, GAAZ gonna be back up to a +1 in a second. Needs to get this behind something. Like, I like to stick it in the house. Because the what, you know, in that little yard there. In this yard here. Because then it's well covered. Here, obviously not a great spot because it is visible. And it is about to die. Once that BMP3 gets its sights on it, oh no, you're not getting away. The Metis, I believe, does not one-shot a race car unless it hits the side armor. Because it's 17 pen instead of 18 pen. I think it has to be 18 pen to one-shot. Then if it gets stunned like that. But great micro from GAAZ, although it could have got an extra shot off there. And yeah, the CV dies. Oh no, it got sent out. So why not just put it in that house? Maybe they don't know. Maybe GAAZ does not know. And the artillery is finally being used again. You really, if you buy artillery, you want it to be firing 24/7. Obviously, or repositioning. You want it to always be working, because artillery is so weak that it's very difficult to get it to pay for itself. And there you go, yeah, because the zone hadn't actually been capped. It's just a panic. GAAZ panic in there. Trying to think of more gay jokes, but it's probably best if I just don't say it. Don't say anything. This YukiPaw needs to get out of here. And the Rollins are coming in. These M48s get a lot of armor now, but they're just not very good. The LGBT was probably going for this, but got called off. Really just excellent AMX-10RC race car play from GAAZ. You need to get the... Artillery would be great for this, because you know exactly where it's going to be. And TKS does get quite a lot of artillery. Like a lot of artillery. Oh no! What happened to the CV? Oh no, nothing. It's just because this isn't here. And infantry definitely needed, not just these cheap tanks. So air mobiles coming in for the town. Okay, I can see why. This is very much under threat. Really want a Stinger in this building. Or, you know, manpad of your choice. I think it's just Fleegers on TKS. LGBT still trying to find those targets. I'm not sure. There was a T80BV here. I guess it's this one. Let's come back there. Let me know about icon sizes, by the way. I play on large icons because I think it helps the viewer. But, yeah, let me know. Some guy told me to turn it down, but that would make my gameplay better because I'd be able to see more, but it would make the viewing experience worse. And at the end of the day, this is a spectator sport for me. It always has been, even before I had the channel. When I was playing in the tournaments, I'd play to make people laugh, and that's why my games would always get cast and stuff like that. Air mobiles dodging Iglis. But although this has 8 HP, so it would take 2 anyway. LGBT coming in! And that T80BV has been diversified by GAAZ. Really good diversification play there from GAAZ. I think that's the third T80BV that has been lost to LGBT. And there you go, this one's in. But yeah, you see these tanks, they just can't fight it. You literally need like 8. And well, what you need is like 3 and a bunch of ATGMs. More ATGMs are required. But yeah, the LGBT is gonna get hit by the AA this time. Oh, epic dodge because the Tor is useless. Just garbage. The stats card just lies. It's just not real. Oh no, don't advance. Oh, not gonna work out. This is the other thing. The T80BV is also one of the fastest tanks in the game. Ah, very aggressive diversification drop. I think he's going to pay for it. He doesn't. Sometimes it pays to be gays, and GAAZ manages to diversify another T80BV there. YukiPaw must be literally moulding. We see additional AA purchases. I'm actually surprised that he... Oh, actually, no, I think he didn't go for the T80. He went for the Strelo. So that was an even smarter play. And yeah, you see all the Tors being purchased. Tor's such a useless weapon. Just bring the Tunguska. Just bring the Strela 10M and the Tunguska. Strela 10M3, whatever. These Fliegerfaust need to get out, because this is just rinsing them. They can't even fight back. They're going to die soon. Don't bring... Oh, no. If that goes forwards, this is going to see it, and then that's going to die as well. Need some smoke? Get some smoke. Smoke the corner. You know? But yeah, artillery being used. But yeah, this will just finish it off, if it can still shoot. It can. Gazelle Hot 2's just dodging Iglas and then being sent back in, even after the first one died. Doesn't have to be this way. And this guy has been on half HP for like the last 10 minutes. There that goes. This guy's in a rough spot as well once these get round. And yeah, this was too far forwards and will now explode. Reactions? Yes, reversing. But this is out of rounds. And I should probably get in the house, actually. But I guess that was getting artilleried or whatever. AT plane? Not sure what that's for. For the race cars, I guess. But the Roland 3s should know about them because lost the mold in MiG. Mirage is coming in. Oh, these haven't been evac'd in time. The Mirages should eat this alive. The only issue is the Tors, and if the Tors can kill the Mirages... this is... He's going deep. He's got... GAAZ is going deep. GAAZ is going deep. And he loses a Mirage there. And he's probably going to lose a second one. Yeah, GAAZ going too deep there. But the second Mirage does get out. But yeah, only one Roland 3 remaining now. And just the same problem. You need smoke. Smoke's the only way to fix this. Artillery has finally been purchased. So will we see some smoke? This guy is going to shoot that, and then these guys are going to... Yeah, I'm noticing. I'm noticing. And now it's very dead. But hey, at least GAAZ knows about this now, so he can get some more infantry. Seems determined to only buy M48 A2 GA2s, though. And artillery not being used. VLRA Milan, yeah, you're not going to get lucky that often. And you see that the T80BVs are coming in at 0 vet because it literally doesn't matter because the autoloader and the base accuracy and everything, that just the base stats on this vehicle are way too good. No disadvantages at all. Total Omni tool. Alright, here we go. Saturation bombing attack with the starfighters. That's good. You want to send them all at once so that none of them die like that. And that was good play. And just right at the right time for these guys to come in. Although the decision to put them all in one big blob means that when an ATGM hits, it stuns all of them. So really not intelligent decision making. Mobile's coming in here. That'll stop these guys from getting too far out. Roland 3 needs to reposition, albeit face artillery, and he is repositioning. This artillery, though, is just not shooting. He needs to be shooting them all. And finally, Yuki's attacking over here. Could use air mobiles here. And yeah, Milan 2 in this building can be extremely useful. But this one here, it's just going to die, right? Because it's not in the house, so it doesn't get the house cover. So it just gets absolutely lit up. And this guy really needs to get out now. But if he goes down the main road, will he be spotted? Don't think he will. As long as he keeps the fast path and doesn't panic, he should be alright. So GAAZ loses Foxtrot. 21 minutes left. 438 points on the board. Oh, you don't send them out by themselves. You don't send them out by themselves, GAAZ. Oh, dear. And down it goes, which wouldn't have happened if he'd blobbed them all together. Because they get confused with the targeting and stuff. This, yeah. This is starting to look really bad for GAAZ. Just too much of a commitment to the M48A2, which is very bad and doesn't do anything. 300 points wasted on artillery. 280, I guess. 280 points. and, you know, not using it. Not even putting it on counter battery to kill this, which incidentally hasn't actually got its transport. But when it's got AHP, it doesn't really need it. So, yeah, Yuki needs to get the points on the board now, but there's no recon here, and so these guys will suffer the same fate as the last ones. I guess this is recon. Is that going for the Milan too? Oh, it might get it. Yeah, it's going to get it. Because this didn't even have an unload order, so it was just sat there instead of unloading. 2 more purchase, but infantry is what is needed here now. I mean, 1 Milan 2, sure, but I'd get Gazelle Hot 2 like back here. You got to keep them really far back. Because obviously the AA, but you just stop the, you mess with the enemy's advance, because when they advance, it tends to be the AAs at the back, right? And so you can just constantly pick off units, or at least slow them down. You're at least going to slow them down. Yeah, get the VLRA Milan site here and here, yeah, great, but because they've been fast path, they're going to reveal to the T80BV and get blown up. So that is rough. But yeah, you know, TKS, definitely the inferior division. It's very difficult to fight the T80BV at the best of times, but TKS is really not as good. Really not as good, particularly when you just get outplayed. The MiG-29 is probably the best fighter in the game when it comes to price to performance. I do not understand why it's so cheap. I really don't. Like, the price of it came down as well. It used to be 205, but Derek's clearly disagrees with my thought process. Air mobiles kill that guy, and then they're going to go for this guy. They are good. Bigger squad size, right? LGBT, probably going to not make it out this time. Yikes. Gets quite lucky. Well, actually, GAAZ diversified the TOR with the LGBT. And so, that was intelligent, because otherwise that would have fired a second shot. More Strela 10Ms needed, really. I think the TOR is just an absolute piece of garbage. Literal trash. It's completely unnecessary. But yeah, Yuki just commanding lead here. Just so many more units, and the units are better quality as well. The M48s are rubbish. They're just way too expensive now. Because the armor went up, so the price went up, but the utility is very low. The gun is very bad, right? So, yeah, it's not looking up for GAAZ now. Really good start to the game. You know, I'm quite upset about what's happened. Oh, that didn't actually kill it. But it has been kept in. And it is coming around for another pass. Going for another TABV. And it gets that one. So yeah, just amazing LGBT play from GAAZ. Just really living up to the name, really living up to the hype. And you see that all of these put together will lose. Well, okay, backs. I guess this one was still low cohesion, high cohesion. So I guess that's why. And you think like 3 of these is one of these, but one of these is definitely better than 3 of these. So the TABV is just broken. The command is the one that needs to go down, really, but it's very difficult. Grad purchase from Yuki. I wonder where he'll send it. Here we go, bombing wave. Oh, but only 2? Only 2 is rough. He's going for the TORs. Yeah, and he loses one. And the TORs get hit by artillery simultaneously to the HE strike, which was enough to bring him down, because the bomber didn't actually kill him. So that was really good play. Really good play from YukiPaw, driving his CV into artillery as well, but thankfully the artillery is really not very good. Although, oh, this isn't smart. That's probably going to explode. Oh, he lost visual. No, but then does this have visual? Nah. Use that artillery. Yeah, I think he's got visual now. Down it goes. Nobody in the church. Presumably because of the artillery, but once it stops, you really need to get these 2 back in here, because what is the utility of this? What is it doing? Nothing. At least put it there. But yeah, you see the M48s are just useless vehicles, and he just keeps buying them. I guess you don't have a whole lot of choices. You don't have very good choices. MiG-29s might fly over the Rolands. No, they don't. And there you go, so that's where the grad was going, for the church, which has now been totaled. So yeah, standard communists destroying atheists, destroying religious dwellings. It is of course written in the Book of Marx that communism is religion is the opiate of the masses, and you know communists have to destroy religion and so on. So if you ever meet somebody tells you that they're like a Christian communist, that just stay away from them because they're clearly very stupid. But yeah, this Milan 2 not really helping out. Needs to be here. Needs to be somewhere forward. Same with this one. Can't put it in the church anymore given the level of destruction. But you know, Yuki is being drawn into GAAZgAAZ's ass here. The issue is that 27th does not really get stellar infantry. The Saperi RPOs, they're very good, but and the Motor Strelki are just like an infantry squad. But it's typically the armored stuff, the IFVs, the tanks. That's what 27th is best at. And it does get a lot of infantry, don't get me wrong. It doesn't run out. But what you want to do is get the stuff around to here. You want to get the armored stuff. You want to use the armored stuff in the open. And that means you need to get around to here and cut the reinforce. Then you start hitting them with all the grads and everything. But this kind of sending the infantry in and just getting eaten alive is not not really the play. Really need to push through to here, get a bit of infantry in here to stop people from sneaking around your back, and then get the tanks up to here and just cut that reinforcement road. And then you can start whittling away at them with your inferior infantry, because Pioneer Flam are just way better than anything that the 27th gets. And the T80BVK just dodging Milan 2s like it's nothing. BGS just deciding that they don't want to be in the house, they just want to be in the open. Seems to be something... Oh, they're set to nothing, so they're not auto-covering. So GAAZ taking the decision to not auto-cover there. LGBT coming in. It's gonna die. It's not gonna target. No! After all that, really, really good LGBT play. And then eventually you got AIDS, and they ended up like Freddie Mercury. So, what can you do? I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. From a poor family. But yeah, the grind continues, and Yuki is making some headway here, but you have to remember that this is a +1 because it's Black Forest Duel. So even if he does get a CV in here, it's going to tick up very slowly. Good counter battery from Yuki. Oh, this is an interesting strategy. Typically when you load them up, you want to move them as well. But this is an interesting strategy. So he's going to swap these out as soon as he realizes. And then where's it going? I mean, Delta, I guess, is probably the only place it can go. Because if you go here, you're going to die. And there you go, the tank's finally in. Where are the rifles? TKS get rifles? No, I don't think so. That's Berlin Com. What do TKS get? They get Appalachian from the air mobiles, but you don't get that many air mobiles. Sort of forgot about this, I guess. And yeah, Gradvoy's coming in now. Really going to mess this up. It's mainly a cohesion thing, but it destroys all the buildings, which is the main thing. And then the supporting assets do the actual killing. It's just about lowering the cohesion, which makes them useless. And then it makes it so they can't escape as well, because it lowers their speed, which is something I really, really disagree with. Why does low cohesion lower speed? Because what this means is that you can never disengage. Because if your tank gets low cohesion, the enemy tank's faster, and so it just chases after you and kills you. You see this especially with British units, because the Challenger and Chieftain tanks are really, really, really slow. But that's probably why they haven't fixed it. Right, LGBT back out, but this is good. This is a one-way trip. This is a desperation play. He's going over too much AA. Yeah, too many STDs over here, and GAAZ loses the LGBT there. So, this is really not looking very good. And it's looking like it's going to be a +2 instead of a +1. But this is going right, and it might make it. It depends, because those MiGs will see the Super Puma. But the Igla probably won't, because of the mountain. And the Igla, I'm pretty sure, just has normal air optics anyway. Because it's not got radar. I actually don't know. The Kanch PZ that were bought at the start are finally being used. We'll see how they fare. And you see that they're really not very good. And that one routes, even though it's like max health. And oh man. And the M48s are getting hit. And yeah, Yuki's he's finally realized it now. He is doing it, intentionally or not. He is getting round the side and cutting the reinforce. And these Fliegerfaust will not live against BMP3s. But when you overextend like this, then you can watch as bombers fly overhead without targeting and then die. Yeah, fair enough. And Gazelle Hot 2 finally purchased. Yeah, I could have used this a long time ago, just like really defensively. Obviously, this Igloo is probably going to... Actually, it's out of rounds. Green Beret's leader is about to come in, and Yuki's now switched to this because he's realised I've got 10 minutes, and that's probably not enough time. And yeah, you see the Gazelle Hot 2 is really useful. Really useful. But then you got to get him back pretty fast because the enemy is going to bring up his... So you always leave it like... You know, back, basically. Bring it forward, shoot something, go back. I also struggle at that. I usually leave it forwards. And then they all die. Yeah, Green Berets are good against vehicles, like you see here, where he just got it in the end. And here we go. Green Beret leader is in the house. And that's actually going to be quite difficult to get rid of, because he doesn't know where it is. So he needs a helicopter. He's got any of those left? I don't see him. And crucially, the Gazelle Hot 2 has freed up this, so reinforcements can arrive, and this Green Beret leader might be saved by the Jaeger Panzerfausts. And then this guy's back in his transport, but there's no more zones, so I guess he could send it to Bravo. So he goes for Foxtrot, the Streller will eat him. I do wonder what the plan is here. Just sit in the transport, on the ground, and get blown up. Like tank gun. You can hear him, like, moving around. Did I just hear a cow mooing? Anyway, so just going into the corner, I guess. But by taking off, the MiGs are going to notice. They're going to be noticing. These guys really need to spread out. Really don't want to be stood like that. I wonder what might happen. I wonder what might happen. Really need to spread out, and they are spreading out. Putting the CV in front is very, very Chad. Very Chad. But yeah, the Green Berets leader has been spotted, so maybe it should have just stayed there, because now it's just going to die, whereas if it stayed here, it would have at least held on for a little longer. But now the arty's coming in, and the Green Berets leader is... it's not going to get hit by the arty, but... Surprised there's no bomber. Hey, here we go. Bomber coming in. Chaos, you're not going to make it. This guy's about to be... What's the opposite of diversified? No, he didn't drop his bombs. Lost targets and got killed by the Rollins. Interesting. So the Gay Berets leader lives to fight another day, but there's a BMP-2AG coming. It's got the grenade launcher, which I actually think is worse than the PKT. I might be wrong. And the Kanch PZ actually does something, so maybe it was a useful unit. Except this was 55 points. And the BMP-2, which is way better, is 60. Grad hasn't been resupplied or... hasn't been resupplied. I don't know if it's not been resupplied all game, but it's not been resupplied. And if it had been, you could shoot all this. This is definitely one of the decisions of all time. I guess there's a backup one, but this is not smart. This is very dead. But yeah, Panzerfaust 44. I thought this guy would get a shot off, but he didn't. Oh no, he is. Yeah, that was really... that was gameplay right there. Is he out of infantry? No, he still got it. So yeah, just an attack here, which... you know... I mean, this guy's out of rounds, but the point is that this was premature. Because this zone hasn't been taken. And now there's actually not that much left here. Like, this tank's probably going to die. Will it be seen there? Or you'll have to jump to that one. He needs to jump to that one. I don't know if he knows, right? Right, Grad's been reset. Here we go. But now they've pushed out, so it's not as useful anymore. Here we go. So this is going to be a CV kill. Down it goes. Panzerfaust 44 has very high accuracy for its low pen. And decent range. Not sure what that's going for. Like I said, really high accuracy, never misses. And once again, these bombers... I'm sensing a severe panic from Yuki, if I'm being honest. It looks like GAAZ hasn't been spending his points either, just suddenly shitting out 20 million units. Artillery not shooting. It's hard to keep everything going in these longer games. Not sure what's going on here. But yeah, it looks like Yuki will get into this zone, but this could get like to there, I guess. But I think it's too late. I actually don't think Yuki can win anymore. Because even if he takes this, it would be a +3. I left my calculator at uni, but, you know... Well, I don't know. I think if he gets this right now, I think he would still win. We'll have to wait and see. But slowly the Jaeger spam is working. The Jaeger are getting closer. This guy's out of rockets now. This guy really needs to get back. Not just keep walking forwards and dying. But the Tunguska's used all its bullets. Oh no, it's actually still got half ammo. Just says it's low in rounds. I guess because of the missiles. This guy needs to get back. Yikes. And additional artillery purchases. Is that really the play? Finally, we see some Gazelle cannons. These things are useless. That's why nobody brings them. This guy's not in the zone. He's getting the zone. These guys need to YOLO. Like, really? Are there any helicopters? Just YOLO in all the helicopters. Whoa. That was a bit of a graphical error there. Yeah, I'll be honest, Jaeger for 50 points is a bit high. I think it should be 45. But even so, the Jaeger does beat the Motostrelki because of the larger squad size means more weapons. And there's no AA here. There's only one of these bombers, though, and going forwards is an interesting decision. I guess in an attempt to find the CV. Yeah, it's about CV sniping. It's gotta be. And that guy's been so wounded, but with 3 minutes left, we probably wouldn't have seen him again anyway. It's coming down to the wire here. Yuki's on a +2. It's just all about this zone now. If he keeps up this +2, I think he's going to win. So, GAAZ quite correctly bringing his whole posse over here. And then they're just he's probably just going to Q-click. And the Gazelle cannons, there should be a Gazelle Hot 2 in here, really, if you can afford it, because obviously, what if there's a vehicle? But the Gazelle, there's no AA. Like, one Strela 10M would shut all this down easily, but... Yikes. Let me know if the volume's too loud. But yeah, over here, the Jaeger are dying. But there's now 2 CVs, one of which is revealed. Is this visible? No. The recoilless rifle here is a smart idea. Although I think it's more a case of I've run out of everything else. Air mobiles, if you get the air mobiles to here, can that shoot that? Don't think so. No, I think it can. Get the air mobiles to there? Surely. Surely. Don't know, but then I guess this would shoot it. Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, never mind. Wrong one. No, hang on. That one can see that. That one... Oh, no, it can't. AT plane coming in for the Gazelle cannons. And yeah, the Q-click. Yuki needs to keep the CV alive or he's going to lose the game. He needs to keep it alive, but the Jaeger are coming in and the Gazelles are just YOLOing straight into it. They'll all die for this because the BMP-3 just kills them at a rate of 1 per salvo. But it's given the Jaeger the time they need to just get in this building. And once they're... Yeah, so this is dead now. There's no way that survives. Oh my gosh, they're shooting the BMP-3s. You need to shoot the tank. You need to shoot the tank. It's routed. Ah, is it gonna work? You need to get started. Oh, there we go. The M40A1 gets a side shot off on it and blows it up. So Yuki's going to be down to a +1 now. And is a +1 enough? I don't think it is with 40 seconds left. Nice. Whoa. Is it? 30 seconds to get 24 points? It might be a draw, actually. I think it's going to be a draw. Just imagine all the plays in this game. If either player had played slightly better, they would have won. Either player. So for example, when Gaaaz lifted the CV out of this zone and hid it in the forest, if he just left it here, he would have had just a few extra points. Just like 100 extra points, maybe? No, that might be a bit much. Maybe 50 extra points? And that would have made the difference. But instead, it's 588 versus 582. And I believe that makes it a draw. And it's a draw, comrades. So good job to Code Gaaaz. Comes up with my profile. It's not me. But I do recognize this profile picture. And YukiPaw rank 8 with 200 games played in the last month on this. Because this patch, the ladder reset was like a month ago. He's played 200 games in a month. Wow. And, yeah, really interesting game. Really interesting game. So, let me know what you think. A very asymmetrical plays, like two completely different divisions, one of which is, you know, because Derek's likes his tank and IV combat, so he always buffs those and nerfs everybody else, so, TKS definitely the worst division there. Really interesting game, but a better map for TKS. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment. I'll see you around.